Hey there, lads and lasses. This here, of course, is Thunderhand64 coming at you live. Right about there. From the west coast of the United States, here on a Wednesday, it is a little bit past noontime, and that could only mean that it is time for some Generations Minecraft server. I'd like to start off by welcoming in the mighty, the one and only, the real foolish one himself. The real foolish Sage. You guys can see the auto shout out up there for him. Please go check him out. Also, this is a new month, the month of May. We're a couple of days into it, but I still consider it the beginning. But anyways, the point is that we have a new video regime, which Sage was kind enough to demonstrate to us during the ad roll. But it's up there. You guys can check it out. Feel free to use it. There is a cooldown. But I will also demo it. Usually I demo it at the beginning of the stream. Sage took it upon himself to do that for us. And so... Oh my God! Okay, so there it is. So this month's redeem, video redeem, if some of you somehow do not recognize that, it's... of course, from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's Joseph Joestar. Kachi is big into that right now, and so he requested that. He requested that for a redeem, so I said, "Sure, Kachi, sure, we could do that." So, and plus, we're gonna cosplay that this Halloween, and he wants me to play that version of Joseph Joestar. Because, you know, I'm old and crazy like that. So, also, I'd like to welcome in number one son, the one and only Biggity Cheese. Hey, Biggie. Love the JoJo Redeem. That was a special Kachi request. So we had to do it. Biggie, how you doing up there today, man? I really miss my older son. Off there up at his university, pursuing his electrical engineering degree. Like a man. That's my son right there. Okay, let's get started. We're going to try something out today that's going to be a little bit of a struggle to deal with. Which to deal. Good. Just did my lab, and I'm about to go to class now. Lab reports. I remember those days. Real foolish Sage. I did chemical engineering and do not even work close to my degree. Yeah. A lot of my fellow math degree friends who are in the math degree, you know, we make the joke that, you know, we get our degree in pure mathematics and stuff like that, and then our job is Excel spreadsheets. That's what we do. Respect doing the chem series, yeah. Okay, so last Wednesday we were in the Baby Zombie Rush beta world. And so that means that this Wednesday we are in the Generation 5 survival world. So let's do that. Let's log on to the server. Let's switch the scene. Okay, there we are. Let's log ourselves on. Which keyboard? What am I doing? Where am I? I'm here. Okay, so we were mucking about with this drown farm the last time. Yeah, we were doing this kind of a thing. All right, so we've got a weird kind of water mechanic that we need to try to do today, which means disassembling some of this stuff, and that's not going to be fun. But it's got to be done. So we've got some grindy stuff. All right, let's do this. Not that. Not that. I'm kind of distracted with Sage and my son having their conversation and stream here in chat. We need to do the sleeping thing. I think that's over here. So, playing on 2 different servers in at least 3 different maps, sometimes it takes me a few minutes to adjust, remember where I am and what I was doing. That's right. Any mobos about? No, I think I've spawned quickly enough before they started to fill the scenery. Yeah, our math degree program didn't have a lot of females in there. It has more than electrical engineering usually does, but the females that were in that program, yeah, super cool chicks. Okay, let's take a look. Let's get out of here first. I think I should probably get back up onto this pillar where I was before. In order to make this thing work properly, I think I'm going to have to take this out of here. I'm not entirely sure. So, again, a little bit of a recap here of what I was doing. Let's take a... So, Kachi and I built this kind of a drone farm, and this kind of drone farm is really cool. I like the huge column of water. I like it open on the sides and it, the ability to fly in there into the mayhem. And these guys should start popping in any minute now. Here they come. All right, once we enter the chunk. Yeah, Kachi and I thought that this was a really funny farm. The Trident boys start chucking Tridents right away. It's really funny. The problem with this is that this is all, these are not source blocks. So it just relies on gravity to bring them down. If we wanted this to be source blocks, so we could use bubble columns to push them up faster, and then out into a drop where they would be either clobbered by hand or it'd be passive, then this shape would just fall apart. The water would all spill out the sides, right? And so I did see a video for someone who managed in Java to make this source blocks. And the way they manipulated the water mechanic was really cool. And so they were able to generate this column of water, but it keeps its shape, but it's all source blocks. And then they can use the soul sand to push the mobs up. I thought that was really cool. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm not 100% sure how they're... Am I in creative? Oh, yeah, because I was doing Baby Zombie Rush last. There we go, survival. Right, so I'm not entirely sure how they did that, so I'm going to attempt to do that. Anti-air tridents are hilarious, yeah. Hey, Biggie might recognize this. This is Biggie and Kachi's build from back in the day, all preserved. We're not too far from that, Biggie. So we're building the new farm over here. And so I'm going to try to generate that water mechanic. Up here is the AFK platform. Dang, nostalgic, yeah. Yeah, their build is right over here. So cool. If you leave an outer shell of falling water, could the core water be all sources? Maybe. And I think it's going to work something like that, Sage. I have, and I'll cite the video. The video is from Cami Blank. He's the one who designed this kind of thing. Basically, I had this kind of design on my own already, but he had come up with the way to make the water stream. So I'm going to credit him on it, and I'll post a link in the video for it. And I'm going to try to execute the water mechanic the way that he did it. So going to head to class now. Always nice to pop in for a little. Have a good rest of your stream. Biggie, it's so cool to see you, dude. I miss you so much. I'm looking forward to you coming home in June. We all are. And try not to fall asleep in your lecture. I know it's tough. And we'll put in a call on Sunday, dude. I love that guy. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna need some Dorit, and so I'm gonna need to clear out my inventory, and I'm thinking I should drain that bottom so it falls down correctly the way it's supposed to, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to leave it like it is. My original plan, and I think you can see where I just tested it for those 2 or 3 layers, was just to use the gates to keep the water in. And if I use the gates to keep the water in, you can see where I can just fly right into it, right? And that's what Kachi and I were doing. Occasionally we would want to go and battle with the drowns, and so we'd like to just be able to fly right into the water stream. And that was our idea originally. So down underneath here is where the redstone will go and other things here that will process the drops and things like that. So the idea is to get the copper. So and so let me see. Let's do some inventory management first, and then we'll try to use this water mechanic here and see what we can do here. All right, let's slap down what we have for shulkers. Right in here, we got a lot of gravel. What do we else? We've got this. Over here, what do we got? We got a whole bunch of stone and stuff like that, and just all right. Hook. So with every new video redeem, I also put in an entry in the behind the redeem channel on our public Discord. And there up above somewhere in the chat, you can see the link for the invite if you're not already a member. And so I have not yet put in the new entry for this new redeem with the citation for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and all that stuff. But I will after the stream. So. And it always tells a little bit about the redeem and stuff like that. So, and the references and stuff, because, I fully expect a lot of you to be able to get this. JoJo's pretty popular, but sometimes I make references to like really old movies and TV shows, and I feel a little obligated to. And also, it's a heads up because sometimes, even though the redeems themselves are always family friendly, the excerpts, maybe the movie or the TV show that they come from aren't necessarily so, and so I put up the rating on that, just to give the friendly viewers a heads up there. I was already part of the Discord. I don't know what you were talking about. The Mighty Sage. Right, and so let me see. I think I have enough dirt blocks here to proceed. And so I think the first thing I have to do is I have to outline these chunks. I have to make a border all the way around it with dirt. Maybe I have enough dirt with which to do that. If not, I'll have to go fetch some more, but it's not really a big deal. Let's get up there. One of the things I can do first. All right. Ah, why can't I take off from water? Yeah, I can never fly out of water. I don't know what the heck is going on with it, but it's like I have to go into swim mode, and I know how to do that, but I never get that right. Okay, so this is the AFK area right up here. If I turn on mini HUD, there you go. You guys can see the sphere. This is the mob spawning sphere right here. And so the AFK area is right in the center of this. Is that biome blend up there? I think it is. And within this sphere, there's also an inner sphere of about 24 blocks where mobs won't spawn. 24 block radius around the player. And so we need to make that and count about 24 blocks down from here. And that's where the top of the spawning water stream will start. So let's go 24 blocks down. And we'll do that. Let's do a little sleeping first. There we go. We can turn that off. Let me see. So we're at 193. So 20 would be 173, 170, 169. So right about maybe there. Close. One more down. Right there. Okay. So the top of the water column will come up to here. There's no sense in having the rest of the water column going up because mobs won't spawn there. So one of the things we should do, though, let's turn on chunk borders. Oh, you know, actually, we might go a little bit... No, we're good. We're good. Okay, I'm thinking of the shape of the sphere and the bottom of the bowl of it. It just has to be below that lowest point. It's not inclusive in that sphere. It's exclusive. So I have to be on the outside of that. So this is actually good. Right, chunk borders right there. Yeah, let's bring this on out. And we'll outline this chunk border like this. Here we go. And we'll just sketch it in with dirt for right now. Although I'm tempted to think if I'm doing this and then I get that water mechanic correct, and then I go to take these out and replace them with stone later, it's going to mess everything up. That's one of the weird things about working with water like this. It's very, very finicky. Now, if I were a more professional streamer, I should have worked this stuff out off camera and then started the stream and just show you what I did off camera. But yeah, we know I have no interest in being a professional streamer. That should be obvious, people. If ever anyone would want to make a Minecraft-like game, but give it a wildly different feel, they only need to change water physics. Yep. I think you and I have discussed that a little bit before, right, Sage? Yeah. Okay, I think the way this was done. Yeah, see, I don't know if I have enough dirt. I should go back and get some more. Another shulker. Is this goes diagonally across there, and then the water blocks are placed. And then we need a whole lot of kelp. So much kelp. So very much kelp. I think he made his maybe one chunk, whereas I made mine 4. And that's another thing. Maybe the water mechanic isn't going to work that way. So we'll have to see about that. Yeah, I hate flat rivers. Yeah. Little old Dizalon, welcome in. And of course, the mighty Lone Star. You guys can see the auto shout out up there for fellow buffoon and good friend of the stream, the Procrastination Police himself, and of course the Stream Status Police as well, serving us in dual capacities. The one and only Lone Star, everyone. How's your day going? It's going excellent, thanks. I hope yours is as well. Okay, I think I'm going to go grab some more dirt here. This is not going to be enough. And of course, typical Thunder, I didn't bring enough with me. And so, while I do that, seeing as how the Procrastination Police is here, we have finished our preliminary blender work for our Buffoon Craft build. So we worked out the rigging, we posed the model the way we needed to pose it, we exported it, we voxelized it, and generated the first layers of the schematic, and registered it, scaled it inside the Buffoon Craft Season 6 map world, and we're ready to build. And special thanks to, of course, my genius son, Kachi, who helped me out a little bit with, I think it's Northwest I need to go, a little bit with the, with some of the blender work. Kachi helping out his old boomer dad. By the way, okay, what I'm looking for is there are supposed to be a couple of other tabs over here. And one of them is limit beacon height. And these are beacon beams all completely off. And because I was only getting the beacon beams up to this point and then they were stopping, and I was wondering why, and that's why. But I don't seem to have that feature in here. Let me fix this really quickly. There's also general render distance, just beacon beams on, off. Splitting clouds. Let's go over to here, performance. It wouldn't be under this. Advanced. Deculling. That's weird. Now I'm not getting any beacon beams at all. That's strange. All right, I'll have to troubleshoot that later. My beacons! Oh, there they are. They're all coming in now. Oh yeah, this was weird, right? Where you would fly. See how they disappear at a certain level, but then when you get down to a certain level, they reappear. See? Very weird. It might be a render distance thing too. I've messed around with that a little bit, and yeah, I'll have to muck about with that later. Let's get some dirt, and if that's the case, let's go over into. And of course, I didn't bring a shulker with me. Ark. Stop with the procrastinating. Yeah, well, that's my point. I have stopped with the procrastinating. Yes, procrastination era has come to an end. So Friday we ought to start building. Or we've already started building, actually. So Friday you'll see some of that. We will resume building. Several people on Buffooncraft have lost their vision on beacon beams until they got close enough to a beacon, and then it will all reappear. Okay, yeah, same kind of deal. All right. I was helping OPG with that, yes, yesterday, I believe, last night. And I think that's a rendering thing, a render distance setting. I just forget exactly which one it is. And I'm just looking for excess dirt in all of these chests. Dirt. That's quartz dirt. Of course, there I go again, making one-syllable words into two syllables. Dirt. I think I've been a very, very good lad and have not been dumping dirt into chest and shulker monsters. I think I've been doing pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so we're clear here in that chest monster. Let's get over to this one. See if we have any dirt we can liberate over here and just to clear out these chests. Because eventually we will have our giant sorting system here. But I think we're good. I think we're good. God, I so love this cane farm. I mean, Nova and I built a heck of a cane farm on Buffooncraft too, but this is the pumpkin farm over here and the cane farm's over here. And I've built other ones. Look at this with the irresponsible item storage. Thunder, really. At least have an overflow. But I so love this one. So many fond memories of putting that together. I don't think I have any dirt in any of these. Yeah, I don't think I do. Let's see. I mean, I should have some dirt over here in the mud blocks, but... Yeah. All right, let's just steal from our own farm. That should be more than enough. You should always have dirt on people. You think I would, right? But I'm not really the gossipy kind. I don't really do that kind of stuff. Because I'm a man. How come I can't sleep? Because you're too far away from your bed. All right. Let's get on back there. Enough of this silly stuff. Yeah, see, the moment you get above a certain height, they disappear. And it's I'm sure there's a render distance setting on that I can... set. Ouch. There we go. Hawk. God, I love this place. This is my home, people. We need to go southeast past our Guardian Collection. I always so love seeing my son Biggie in the stream, even if he can only pop in for a moment. I remember he and Kachi building this build here above their village. I love those guys. Okay, let's see if I can touch down on this. I'm so bad at this. Let's see if I can do this. Let's dispense of some of my momentum. Okay, I guess that's not bad. All right, now if I'm not mistaken, we have to create diagonals like this. And let me just take a moment to double check that. Right about there. Oh, he already did that. Let's go back a little more, a little more, a little more. Oh yeah, this is cool. You guys can't see this. I'm looking at this off on the other display. Okay. All right, yeah, so I think he just did this. Let me see here. We've got this one, and he proceeded diagonally all the way across. Like that. And so he makes a diagonal of water sources. And that means we're going to have to get rid of this for the moment. This is no big deal. We can handle this. Breath meter dropping. All right, let's do that. And we can remove this column now. We no longer need to pillar up in such a manner. Let us purl on in. Like right there. We can remove this for the moment. All right, so this should be registering right on that corner. In fact, we need to remove that and get this completely out of here. Yeah, so Buffooncraft, we're finally ready to proceed with building the main build of our base. Or at least the first component of it. So that'll be Friday during the Buffooncraft stream. 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So between now and then, yeah, you know, I'm thinking I should get rid of this. Yeah, I should really get rid of this. I don't know. Let's try it without it. I think I'm going to experience one of my most common experiences in life, and that is regret, people. Regret. Right, and then we just have to maintain this all the way across. And then we'll see if I can get this to work. All right. It's nice that that worked out the way it did. Okay, now I'm going to need a water source up here. So I'll just build a temporary one right here. right off to the side. We can do that, that. Now, I was hoping that I was smart and brought some kelp with me. I could just plop it there and make a water source there, but alas, no. Oh well. Can I make it onto the ledge? No, I can't. Let us dispel some momentum. P equals MV. There we go. Okay. So I think the way this is supposed to work now is I'm supposed to be able to do something like this. And I did check to make certain that this was a Java thing, not a Bedrock thing. Because, yeah, you know, we find a video, we get excited, we're like, I can do that, I can do this trick, and then, yeah, it's a Bedrock video. Nothing against Bedrock, I'm just saying. The use of Blender was already a surprise, but it, including rigging, makes it truly terrifying. Sage, as far as terrifying goes, you ain't seen nothing yet, buddy. You hold on to that thought. As my favorite YouTuber would say regarding Bedrock versus Java. It's okay to like Bedrock. It's okay to be wrong. You guys should watch Tentacruel's videos, by the way. Oh my god. He has that perfect storm of insane intelligence and talent and humor because he's as Irish as the day is long. And it's just... oh my god, he's so funny. And yes, I am going to run back and forth here with the water sources. You know, if what I could have done is something I used to do in the old day that Nova still does, by the way. Just take the ice blocks and plant all the ice blocks and then go break them. I used to use the ice for water stream, placing water stream sources. And for some reason I got away from that and I don't know why. But that's always the most clever way to do this. Tentacruel, like the Pokemon. Tentacruel, he's probably, it's probably a play on that. But he spells it like that. But that's my YouTube recommendation for the stream. Family-friendly viewers, sometimes he uses a little bit of profanity here and there. most of the time he bleeps it out, and I think it's not because he's trying to be family friendly per se. It's just sometimes it's funnier to bleep out the profanity than it is to actually say it. Um, oh, look at this. Look, I have a little helper. I have a little helper on the stream. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's not that. It's not your kind of mob spawner, dude. Yeah. Solicitors. Hola, señor. By the way, I used to do this bit where each mob in Minecraft would have their own type of ethnic voice. Like I always pictured the Enderman having pictured. No, I always imagined them having like the Japanese samurai voice, and the Blazes always had the Scottish accent. The zombie pigmen would be the Chinese. They would always have the Chinese accent. The zombies, for some reason, I always pictured them having the German accent. I don't know why. The creepers have the Spanish accent. Again, I don't know why. It just cracks me up every time. The skeleton archers would always have the posh British accent. I say there, old chap. Here's an arrow in your butt. You know, complete with the pith helmet and everything. You know, it's just. But I stopped doing that because that's probably going to get me canceled. Okay, so this is how this is supposed to work. And then we're supposed to then go and remove the dirt blocks. It treads on the spicy side. Yeah, it does. But when I mentioned that to fellow buffoon Corny, he laughed so hard, and it's like he said he claims now he can't unhear it. Okay, so it seems to be falling into its expected formation. I'm afraid to look down and see what it's doing down there, but I guess we're going to have to eventually, right? Going to have to accept the responsibility of the consequences of our actions. No! But I'm a man, so I can do that. Let's get this over with. Okay, hey, that's not bad. All right, I can deal with that. Okay, let's leave this up here for right now. I suspect complications. I expect complications. Okay. Let's clear out a little bit of the inventory. And so now I guess what he did after this, after he broke his blocks, let's see. So he has a diagonal of water sources now. And yeah, now he goes and breaks the blocks. And again, I'll post the link in the video if you guys are interested in this, if we can get this to work. But also just for the credit. You know, this was super clever. Right now, I'm just seeing how he placed the kelp. And I'm waiting for him because he's doing a couple of steps in between that. Right, okay, got it. Now, what did you do down below there, friend? Okay, here he is. He's got this. Now you can use kelp or bone meal to grow kelp all the way to the top. Fastest way to do it. But if you don't have a lot of it, you could just bone meal 1 kelp. Alright, so he did this. It looks like he's placing... And again, I'm looking at this on the other display. I know you guys can't see it, but... It looks like he's only making kelp on the diagonals. And then he's swimming up. And placing the bone meal at the bottom until he gets to the top. And I think kelp only grows in the water, so it'll only go up to the top of the source if you bone meal it from the bottom. But I think I'm going to have to go fetch a whole lot of bone meal. And then he just cuts to the finished product. And that's kind of not cool. So I'm assuming, which is, a bad thing to do because of the Benny Hill bit. That he just did the diagonals. I'm not classic video move. Yep. By the way, that's not how you drink coffee. Right down the wrong pipe. Okay. Yeah, so he cut out the part where he jumped into creative mode. I'm not going to make that honest claim. I don't know if he did or not. He seems like he's too clever to do that, but let's do this. Okay, let's see what we have and what we do not have. We have the kelp right over here. Or where he placed one wall and he doesn't mention it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he left out a wall block and then put it in later. Right, Sage? Okay, we did not bring the bone meal, though. We did. We brought some bone meal. Okay, let's... I don't think we're going to need quite this much. Let's do this. I'm going to do that. I might still be able to swim through here, can I? Oh yeah, of course I can. There's a water source above it. I thought I got rid of this. Oh God, Thunder, please. Oh, why, hello there, friend. So the mob farm's already working, I can see. Yeah, you're a little early for your appointment. Must be the dad of the drowned family. He's early for his appointment. So I suppose we need to do something like this now. No, not like that. A little bit more like this. And now see, I do have source blocks over there, and that might cause a problem. That might pose an issue. I think we're going to have to go fetch a heck of a lot more bone meal, though. There we go. I love it when a plan comes together. Look at that. Okay, I am going to need a little bit of soul sand for that right there. I have to cut off my own exit here. All right, whatever. I'll be fine. And you know what? Some of this stuff, like the hoe, we can do without that for a little while. Yeah, let's restock ender pearls. We can combine those. The rest of the stuff we should... Yeah, we don't need our shield. We'll be fine. Except when the Trident boys start chucking their stuff. You see, leads will be okay there. Yeah, all right, we're fine. Let's do the sleeping thing. As a random example. Thunder, why doesn't my fly machine work? I think you need a wall unit right about there. That did suck, man. Some of you know of what we speak. Okay, let's do this. And then next, what he did was he went along each one of these now and just bone mealed them up. Okay, so that took 64. And then so that took about 99 pieces of bone meal for one of those columns. So we're going to need about 2 stacks times 32. Wow. We're going to need a lot of these. We're going to need a lot of bone meal, people. Thankfully, we have a lot of bone meal. Okay, see what's happening here? But I think that's happening because of the gates. And if I remove the gates, it'll be fine. Finally, some mindless work in Minecraft. Finally. I enjoy these moments so much because it's usually brain power all the way and concentration and focus. It's nice to just sit here and just spam bone meal on kelp for a stream. How am I doing for time right now? I'm almost time. Yeah, we're almost at time for our break anyway. However it is that you say that thing that I need to say. Uh-oh. Am I on the wrong side of things here? Yeah, we're starting to create the source blocks. Yeah, and that's it. We're going to need more bone meal, huh? All right, so it's going to flow over the sides because I left the gates there. If I removed the gates, yeah, it's going to work. It's going to work, you guys. So, Kemi Blank, nice job. Thank you, sir. Excellent, excellent work. Sir, ma'am, person. All right, so we're going to need enough bone meal to make it all the way across, and then it should do its thing. I'm so glad this seems to be working out. Let us do this. I am going to take a short break. We will run about 3 minutes of ads, and then we will be right back. Check 1, 2. And we are back. And for some reason, the camera is blurry. My speech is also blurry. Okay, all right. So the camera has gone and decided it's going to change the focus back to autofocus instead of just set the focus where I want it set and just keep it there. But no, it's gonna help me out, old friend. Let me help you out by changing that over for you. Let me do this. Camera control. Yeah, see, it went back to auto. Just please, just if you could just not ever do that ever again. There, see? That's where I want the focus. Right there. Yeah, you're the machine. I'm the person. I make the decisions. Okay. Okay, let me see. We're done here. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Before we get back, we've already seen it a couple times during the stream, but at the halfway point, I like to showcase the new Redeem. So this month, our new Redeem is down here somewhere. Where is it? Is it at the top where the new redeems usually are? Here we are. Right over there.
Oh my god!
So a little Joseph Joestar there for you from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Requested by Kachi, so. And again, on our channel, on our community Discord server, under the Behind the Redeem channel on there, we'll have an entry in there soon with a citation for it and stuff like that. So I'll just reset the playlist. It's not up there yet, but it'll be up there probably later on tonight. Okay, let's switch back onto our display, over to our display. Let's log back on, and we were off to go fetch a whole lot of bone meal. Hopefully I have some stocked up. I think I do. That might make a good thumbnail right there. Even though I haven't been processing my VOD thumbnails for months and months and months now. Stop procrastinating. Okay, let's do that. Let's bring in a. Do I have an empty shulker somewhere? Can I combine these two? These three? Let's empty out this one because this has naught but junk in it. Let's do that. Right. Hawk, hands, please. Huh? That should come out of there. Let's temporarily put that back in there. Huh? Am I in creative? How did I get back in creative? Oh, because I logged back out and the default is on there. Son of a beetroot. There we are. Well, now I lost a shulker because of that. That wasn't supposed to happen. There. I want my shulker back. Okay. That's good. Making absolutely certain. There we go. Heading on back home for more bone meal, people. So I'm glad this water mechanic seems to be working out. Knock on wood. Because I've always wanted to build this kind of farm, but have this be the source blocks. And now we can do that. Of course, it's not built yet, so let's not go getting too far ahead of ourselves. Do we have any... Just make sure we have any bone meal right in here. We have a few bones. A few bones. But let's go head back to the most absurd little mob farm ever. Northwest. This little mob farm is just ridiculous. It should not do what it does. But it does it so well. We built this like early on, just slapped together a mob farm and just stuck it in here. It's got one platform. I think it's about maybe 4 chunks and maybe even less. And it's right on the border of the Mushroom Island and non-Mushroom Island biomes. And this thing it just kicks butt for days. It's just unbelievable how well it works. But we will be moving this aside. And rebuilding it out there in the sea somewhere. And we'll probably build a big NEM design. Yeah, please don't blow up. Look, no item filter on it, nothing. This thing just cranks for days, man. It's so cool. And it shouldn't. It shouldn't at all, and it just does. It just does its thing, man. It's cool when things don't work as intended and then it's beneficial. It just feels like such a vindication, right? I mean, take that, fate. I'm going to go sleep in my hotel room. Yes, I am. Yeah, sometimes they do. For me, not so much now. My big elaborate farms usually work better. I feel like I understand how they work now. But this one just happens to be, it's like, again, I've used the perfect storm analogy, but it just seems to be placed in the exact right location. It's right on the Mushroom Island border, so other mobs can't spawn around here so much. And so it kind of isolates it just to that. And then on top of that, it is within the spawn chunks too. And so these chunks are always loaded. So as I'm working around, this thing just cranks and cranks and cranks and cranks. So we don't have that luxury really on Buffooncraft because we try not to build in the spawn chunks, just so we won't lag the server. So, but this thing, plus it's only for single player use too. If this were for the entire server and we were serving like Buffooncraft 20 people or so, I don't think this would quite cut it. But it is amazing that it works as well as it does. It's always a cool thing to see that little thing do its thing. Okay, off we go. The mob farm that's going to replace that, though, is going to be insane. I don't know if I'm going to go all... Well, in fact, I do know. Yeah, I'm not going to do Supernova Relics Season 4. We don't need that kind of output. So no perimeter or anything like that. I'm just going to build it out over the ocean. Going to build the Nembon kind of design for it, I think. Passive mob farm, it won't be active. I don't need the XP. So... Hawk, please. Not having the shift click into the personal inventory, like you kind of, is nuts. Dear Jeb. Oh, I don't mean only build base. I was just kidding. I have a huge concrete farm in my world and I love it. Oh, yeah, I understand. Let's see. A little moderation here. Booba. And then on with the show, people. Yeah, so it turns out to be like a stack and a half for each one of these. Just about. Okay, that one's complete. I find if I don't swim around too much, and I just bob, so that's good. And so I think it's the pattern in which this ends up spilling out. That makes more source blocks and spreads the source blocks out. It's just interesting that it spreads it out in that particular pattern. So welcome to the stream where we just sit here and do this for the next hour. I don't think it'll take an entire hour, hopefully, but we'll see. I am very excited to get into Buffooncraft on Friday to stream the build. It sucks that I procrastinated so long on it, but now that I'm ready to go, and also that I've done that kind of building before in Season 4, I could tell just as I was setting up the schematics in Affinity Designer and stuff like that, I think I can do this much faster than I did in Season 4. I learned a lot of stuff in Season 4, how to build this particular way. And I think it's going to come together pretty quickly. Also, the Blender model, the schematics and everything that I normally built, that I did in Season 4, the hand that I built in Season 4 was already finished, so I just needed to copy it block for block right off the schematic. This time I'm not going to do that. The schematic and what I built from the schematic is just going to be the basic design, the shape. And then I'm going to freestyle the rest of it on top of that. So, yeah, I'll just establish the shape and proportions, and then I'll just freestyle. So, block palette and details will all be like styled on top of that. So, and I think I have some ideas about how I'd like to proceed with that. All right, are we at the halfway point? I think we're about half. Well, not quite. We're not quite halfway. This is going to take a lot of bone, man, people. But if so, we can just swim up the water stream and plant the rest of the kelp that we have. That's also a thing. Here we go. Maybe one more stack of Bowens. All right, fine, whatever. When last we left off. Bone mealing kelp. This is a sweet life, I'll tell you. Oh, did I skip a few pieces in between here? I think I did. Quality control. Somebody call quality control. Stop with the procrastinating. Busted by the procrastination police. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I should have removed those gates, I think, earlier on. But I think I can go back and just fix that with the dirt. Okay, I guess we're gonna do this way. Not, which isn't a bad thing, I suppose. If you could just do the thing, yeah, that'd be great. Oh, look, we have a friend. Look at him. I love it. I love it. It does remind me, though, that we should be doing our sleeping thing. Oh, let's see if we can... Oh, no, there are mobos. Oh, frickin' neighbors. I'm trying to sleep here. Oh, it reminds me of my Manchester, New Hampshire days. Look at this guy. All right. Wasn't there a creeper over here somewhere? I don't know. Come on out, creepy. Whatever. Okay. Boom. Here we go. I see you. Ha! And I see a creepy buddy right there. Oh, the whole family's out here, huh? Okay. Take that, senora. Okay, so back at this, let's what the spider? What the where? Oh, and he's a baby. Oh, look at him with devilish intent. Look at him. Are you serious? I mean, sometimes the farm works too well. You know what I mean? Would that I suffer the slings and arrows and tridents? Okay. While we're here, let's just stock up on bone meal, everyone. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. Just calm down. It's gonna be all right. Just all right. That one's complete. Me thinketh. This one. Now I see why he didn't show this part on the video. It's actually kind of difficult to do. To keep one's buoyancy level at to control one's buoyancy while you're doing this. Not easy. But that's not a complaint, really. The water mechanic works. Could not be more pleased. Well, yeah, I could be more pleased if the end result works. Then yeah. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Did we finish or just run out? We finished and ran out at the same time. Okay, good. No. Not yet. Calm down. Calm. It was fun having Kachi help me out with Blender, by the way. I mean, he's so busy. You know, it's more like, son, I'm trying to do this thing, and he would stop doing his homework, run into the studio here. Oh, you need to do this, and this, and it just go by so fast. And bing, bang, boom, pow, 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 smash, and it's just done. Run back out and do his homework. Truthfully, though, he only had to do that a few times. Also, I found some very, very good videos on that. After I get the first component of the main build complete, if I decide to build the other ones after that, I'll probably go through the entire process. Show you guys how I made the model in Blender, how I rigged it. How I scaled it. The scaling was very tricky. How I scaled it to make it do what I wanted to do on the map. Then how I voxelized it, exported the PDF in slices, layers. Yeah, I'll go through the process. I'll probably only do that for one of them, though, because I think that would be really tedious for you guys to have to sit through several of those. But one of those I'll do. It's not too mathy as far as having actual equations and stuff like that. But, it's mostly arithmetic, a little bit of algebra with scaling, and that's about it. There was a little bit of trig in there, but, stuff you could do in your head. You didn't have to write it out on paper, so... Cool. Ah, we're doing well here. Okay, good. Only a few more of these kelp stalks left. No. Not yet. Calm down. Remain calm, please. Game. So it's cool. Kachi's wrapping up school now. He's getting into his final weeks. Kachi has his art conservatory every day after school. Well, at least Monday through Thursday. And tomorrow is his last day of conservatory, so he'll be getting out early every day, which is good because Kachi is a very, very, very busy young man. And so anytime I get to see him take a break is just wonderful. Okay, we need a little bit more bone meal for this last stalk here. But look at that. That is cool. That is cool. Can be blank. Grateful. That's exactly what I wanted. Exactly. We'll take out the geets at the bottom there. Let us a little bit more bone meal. This should be enough. So Kachi only has like maybe 3 weeks of school in general left. My son just came home from college on Saturday, and will have a group of his friends over for D&D on Thursday. Ah, yeah. Biggie doesn't come home from university until June, the middle of June. Calm down. In fact, Biggie was just in the stream a little bit earlier before he went off to his class. He came home on Saturday and the house was void of all food and drink. Yes, yes. They are growing lads. Yeah, it's always at least a week before Biggie gets home. I have to restock everything in the house. Send the shopping list, son. Let me know. And yeah, have to go restock all the food. Now, if only I could get that Kachi to eat more. Look. Kachi is just about to turn 14. He's only 13. He's already like exceeded 5'10", and he's like 140. He'd probably be over 150 if he just ate something and maybe slept a little more. But the sleeping isn't his fault, really. He's got so much work to do. But, you know, son, if you could just eat a little more, that would be great. Not a lot, just a little bit. Okay, so that does it. We can go and clear out the kelp now, and then we can go take care of the geets. We can do that. And then I can place some dirt along the sides here and reshape the water streams down below. Oh, it's going to do that. Okay. How to deal with that? Yeah. How am I going to remove the kelp now? Because I'm going to swim up every single time. Okay, now this... I think what he did for this is he might have gone diagonally in the next direction now. Oh, look at this little dude down here. He might have gone diagonally this way, and placed these blocks. Yeah, he probably did that, right? And he probably didn't show that. Okay. But this is a good sign that we have drown spawning. That's a good sign. So we're not... It's finished. I was hoping that this would just... but maybe when we remove the kelp, it'll flow. I'm not sure. Let's focus on trying to figure out a way to remove the kelp first. Let me think about how to do this. Oh, our wings are spent. How am I going to deal with the kelp? Because I have to remove that kelp down there. I guess I could temporarily place dirt blocks along there and then remove them after. Huh. I might be able to get away with that. Yeah, maybe I can do that. I'm so confused. We had that guy just shoot up there. Oh, I love these farms. They're so much fun. Okay, how am I going to deal with this? All right, I've got the dirt. I'm going to need some more dirt, I think. Yeah, let's just do that. And then I think I'm just going to make a path of dirt blocks along the bottom upon which I can walk and then break the kelp. And then go back and backtrack and break those dirt blocks. I guess that's really all I can do there. I hate not being able to fly out of water. Oh, my wings are broken. That's right. That's right. That's the other thing I needed to do. Yeah, good luck, dudes. You just stay right there, okay? Do I have any? Yes, I do. Because we're on Generations, people. We're filthy, filthy rich on Generations. Like an embarrassment of riches kind of rich. All right, so we just do this kind of thing to repair the wings. Because in Generations, that happens a lot. We do so much flying around. And there we go. Okay. Yay, we're flying again. All right, let's see if I can work this out. I think I have a way for which I can do this. I'm thinking something something like we just do this in temporarily block the up. I'm juggling many things at the same time here. Wow, this is hard to do. What if can I there, I got it. Can I just get over that one block, please? There we go. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. Calm down. Calm down. Just be calm. Be calm. All right, so we may have to place several of these now. You're welcome. All right. Yeah, so we might have to do something like... Come on, bring me back down. Sage, this is why he did not show this part of the video. Now we know. Please, please. This is so hard to do. The cool thing is when we're running out of air like that, we could just go into the bubble stream like this, replenish our air, and come back down. Intentionally, as one is wont to do. Have control over themselves and their own stream. Yeah, that would be nice. Like a man. There we go. Hey. All right, let's see if I can maybe do something like that. Yeah, I can't get over there now because I've placed blocks foolishly. Calm down. Okay, I guess we're going to have to get some air. Guess we could take this opportunity to go topside and see what's happening up here. Yeah, so apparently we are going to have to go diagonally back along the other side. And we can go pick up this kelp while we're at it. If we have enough room in our inventory to do so. Do we? Yeah, we can probably. Look at this guy. Reporting for duty, sir. Not yet. Your appearance in our mob farm is a bit premature, sir. Let me help. I'm just trying to help. Oh, I just tried to help with the kelp. Yeah, we get the little rhyme in there. Yeah, I understand. I get it. But, you know, not helping. Okay. Your kind of help, I prefer to put in quotes. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, let's get back down here. Look at these dudes. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see, people. Trust the process. Booked my flights to Canada today. Oh, I so wish I had the money to go over there and see you guys. Did we just get hit with a trident? but I'm in my rather involuntary retirement. I do not have the money for that, so not at the moment anyway. I don't know, maybe I'll do something about that. Let's catch some air. Look at this. But if you guys ever decide to do a BuffoonCon in Vegas, I remember at one point with the former crew that we were talking about doing that. I think Kai nixed that though. So, ow, hello there. Bye bye. Oh, and who's this? Okay, see ya. Yeah, look, he's trying to make a comeback. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at this. Guten Nacht. Oh yeah. Here's the other one. The other two. Bye bye, mein Freund. Oh, look at all the kelp. It's so cool. Oh God, here we go. If you could just, you know. There we go. Hey, PC and Coffee. You guys can see the auto shout out up there for PC and Coffee. Good friend, fellow streaming friend, and IRL too. What's up, sir? I hope you're ready to build some PCs and do some networking stuff. We'll be going to Taiwan pretty soon, and when I get back, we have the house to ourselves. It's only a short way for you to go. Vegas is, yeah. It's 3 miles, about 3 hour drive across the desert. Currently building one right now. Of course you are. That's what you do. How am I doing for time? I have 11 minutes of the stream left. Let's drop off some of this kelp right here. Look at this guy down here. Let's go clean up. Sometimes the farm worketh too great. You know what? He's not hurting anybody there for the moment. Look, behave yourself, and I'll keep you around. Ah, there. See, this guy has what we want. He has the copper. Okay, let's put the rest of the kelp right in here. And you know where this can go. Right in the incinerator. Okay, we have some stuff just hanging out on the shoreline here. Let's go pick up some of this. It seems weird, like confiscating spent kelp, but this stuff is really useful. It's annoying when you're working in the ocean to have that stuff floating around all the time, but Minecraft, really useful. Okay, so the thing that has to happen now is we now have to do the water sources in the other direction. And I'm going to keep these dirt blocks here for right now, and then just remove them all later. So let's swim on up to the top. Hey there. Look at this. Look at this. This is so cool. All right. No. Calm down. Calm. There. All right. So, see, I knew what I was doing when I left that water source in there. Or at least I like to claim that I did. Let's just go with that, shall we? Okay, that one has to be out of there. And we can just do this. And let me see. No. I like that. No, hands. Please. Boy, the saboteur is working overtime today. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at this guy. Little baby zombie down there. Baby drowned! Right in the corpus callosum. And look at these guys. Okay, and this guy too. And that guy. Bye-bye. Take it out the trash. Okay, we're doing that. Yeah, I probably don't have to do this middle section, but... Don't even think about it. Don't. The farm's already working, people. Look at these guys popping up. I love this. It's just... can I get them through the water stream? I think I can. I love building like this when we're not under pressure like this and we could just goof around and be silly. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at this guy with this fishing rod. Oh, creepy! Ooh, he's got a trident. Yikes. Look at... I got my Nautilus here. Oh, look at him just... Okay. All right. I think this is what I want for my thumbnail, with them just like popping on up out of the water like that. I might make it to Vegas one day. If you do, buddy, I'll be out there. God, if I'm still alive by then. Look at the look at him. Look at him shooting up. I love how they come rocketing up and out of the water like that. It's just too funny. I love this game. Let's place our water source blocks. Not there, but over there. In fact, I don't know. I can't quite reach those. But why am I going all the way over there? I can just do that, right? Under, please. Please. The gray matter. Just please use it. It's there for a reason. Look at this guy. That's killing me over there. Let's get some food. Oh, here we go. A little for you. Oh, now I've done it. Skill issue with the bow. Okay, done. Let me see. Not the yeah, totally not them having a rave. Totally. Boonts, 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 boonk. Oh god. Well, the farm works. I mean, how am I doing? I've got 2 minutes left of the stream, but you know what? I'm going to let the stream run until at least I make it over to there. And of course, it's raining. And I also never changed to standing mode either, which I usually do about halfway through the stream. But I'm kind of like into doing what I'm doing right now, so let's just stay with that for the nonce, shall we? Okay, we're good there. And we need to continue over to here. Yeah, you just stay put. Why, hey there, fellas. Oh, this game. Oh, and here we go with the arachnid. And pow! Yeah, I don't think so. We'll go get that guy. I think we should do the sleeping thing, right? I mean, almost there. Stay on target. Almost there. Oof. Nope. I say there, old chap. How about an arrow in your butt? You bodie so-and-so. All right. Yeah, who would have thought, right, Lone? Who would have thought? Oh, why am I swimming up there? I do have rockets. I forgot, this isn't Buffooncraft. We have rockets. And Elytra. I have plenty of rockets on Buffooncraft, just no wings. Not yet, anyway. Soon. Soon, fans. Soon. By the way, we do have a Buffooncraft event coming up. Quite soon. Is it this weekend or is it next weekend? I think it's this weekend. Yeah, because it's on the same day as Mother's Day. I, of course, will not be streaming it. I'll record it. The other buffoons will stream it, though. Okay, there we go. I think we're all set here. All the way across. And let's do that. And then let's remove the dirt. Now you all just let me do this, all right? Just let me do the thing. Like that. Okay, and so you guys know the drill from here. We're going to now plant the kelp this away with the superfluous medial vowel, and then it should fill in these two quadrants right here. So, the 11th. But they just want your autograph. You would think, right? God, I can't even, like, go out in public anymore. I'm so famous. I think we ought to wrap things up for here. I'll finish this up off camera. Look at this. Look at them falling off the sides. Yeah, they're all like falling off the edge here. Like, there goes one. Alrighty. Akachi would love this. I can't wait for him to see the VOD. Okay, let's log off while we. Oh God. Let's switch over to the cam scene. There we are. Close this up. Let's see if there's anybody to whom we can raid out. Skip was streaming from the Buffooncraft server earlier. He's probably since finished his stream. But let's see. Yes, he has. But Jeannie is streaming. So we'll go raid Jeannie. And she is currently streaming Blood Moon right now. But let's set that up. I know Lone Star will be so happy. Good to see you, bud. PC, you and I will be seeing each other IRL quite soon. And little old Dice a lot, you're welcome. You're welcome. Let's set up the raid. There is the raid message up there in the chat. You can copy and paste that in the chat if you would like to join us on the raid. We'll be raiding out to our fellow buffoon and good friend Cheska's Genie. Let's set up the raid itself. And there we go. The raid is counting down. Family-friendly viewers, just a reminder that Jeannie's stream is intended for mature audiences. There's a little bit of language and shenanigans in there and stuff, but she's super, super cool. A lot of fun. We have a lot of shared community with the buffoons, so chances are you'll see somebody in there you know. And I'd just like to thank everybody for showing up today. It was a fun little stream. I really enjoyed it. And just remember that we do this Generation stream every Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be Buffooncraft SMP Season 6, and we will be commencing with the main build. That'll be on Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The stream following that will be Sunday. Sunday is Mother's Day, and we have a Buffoon event, but I'm still hoping that we'll do Kachi time on Sunday. Some will shoehorn that in somewhere if Kachi feels like streaming. He hasn't the last 2 Sundays, so we'll see what's up. But that should about do it for today. Bye for now, everybody. We are raiding out to Cheska's Genie.